Sachdev, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we stay on this topic now. Israeli bulldozers have uprooted hundreds of trees in the West Bank village of Al Mughayir. Journalists witnessed the destruction, mostly olive trees, a key part of the local economy and culture. Farmers say trees over 70 years old were leveled, while residents call it an attempt to force them off their land. The Israeli army says it launched intensive operations in the area after shooting attack. One man from the village has been arrested, accused of carrying out a terrorist attack. Tensions in the West Bank have escalated since the war in Gaza began. Let's listen into what Ghassan Abdul Aliyah, chairman of the Al Mughayir Agricultural Association, has said.
سهول كاملة حرثوها وتم إبادتها بشكل إجرامي. يعني الهدف منها اللي هو إزالة الحياة، إزالة ارتباط الناس بالأرض، إزالة وجود الناس بهذه الأرض، وخلق واقع جديد، وإزالة التاريخ، وإضعاف الروح المعنوية للناس وجعلهم بلا أمل.
Now we go back to our guest discussion with Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev. He's a former Indian ambassador, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you, Ambassador, for staying with us. How do such actions impact the already fragile stability in the West Bank, especially in terms of civilian displacement?
The clip that you showed in Arabic roughly translates into the person being interviewed accusing Israel of giving rise to hopelessness and disconnection of the local population with their land, etc., etc. It's partly rhetorical, but it's also partly rooted in reality. Israel last week, if you remember, announced implementation of E1 scheme, which would physically separate East Jerusalem from the rest of the West Bank through an Israeli 3,000 housing units being built. There are similar instances of Israeli settlements being expanded, and the idea is to envision Israeli historical claim of West Bank being Judea and Samaria, to which Jews have a natural right, as they had claimed earlier on Palestine land, which became Israel. So there is enhanced activity in this regard, and accusation and counter-accusations are being hurled at each other, while the United Nations General Assembly session begins next month, and a number of European countries which were sympathetic to Israel have announced that during the session they would recognize the state of Palestine. This has angered ultra-rightist Israeli politicians into enhancing their activities to ensure that Palestine state never gets realized. During this year, Israeli parliament has already filed and passed a resolution disallowing Palestine or two-state solution to be realized. So all that leads to certain amount of escalating events, and it's difficult to see whether this would have eventual peaceful end, or if both of the sides are looking for maximal return.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Sachdev, for sharing that. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now, Israel has launched fresh airstrikes on the Yemeni capital Sanaa in response to Houthi missile attacks targeting Israeli territory on Friday. The Israeli military has confirmed it hit key strategic sites, including a military compound housing the presidential palace, power plants, and a fuel storage facility. Houthi officials reported 6 dead and 86 wounded. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed continued retaliation, warning that the Houthi terror regime would pay a heavy price. Here's what the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said.
חיל האוויר תקף היום שוב מטרות אסטרטגיות בתימן, תקף את ארמון הנשיאות בלב הבירה סנא, את תחנת הכוח של העיר. משטר הטרור החותי לומד בדרך הקשה שהוא ישלם ומשלם מחיר כבד מאוד על התוקפנות שלו נגד מדינת ישראל. מי שתוקף אותנו, אנחנו תוקפים אותו. מי שמתכנן לתקוף אותנו, אנחנו תוקפים אותו. אני חושב שהאזור כולו לומד את עוצמת היד והנחישות של מדינת ישראל.
Now we are joined by Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev. He's a former Indian ambassador, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you, Ambassador, for staying with us. Now, looking at this recent attack from both sides, how might the Israeli strikes on Houthi targets in Sanaa influence the balanced power between Iran-aligned groups and US-backed allies in this region?
It's a good question. I should add that Iran relied on a set of proxies to confront Israel without having had to do so directly. Most of these proxies, such as Hamas, Hezbollah, have fallen aside. Israel has been able to vanquish them, more or less. But Houthis of Yemen have continued to be the non-state actor that are active in air war against Israel. They have been dispatching missiles to Israel and trying to destroy what they claim to be strategic targets, such as Ben Gurion Airport and Defense Ministry installations, etc. These activities have continued despite Iran-Israel having had a 12-day very destructive conflict in which Iran suffered more than what Israel has suffered. It has also continued despite Houthis and United States having come to a tacit agreement to cease hostilities. But Houthi action against Israel has continued. Israel has responded with tit-for-tat attacks against Houthis. The Sunday before last, on 17th, Israeli Navy was said to be active against the targets in Sanaa, which yesterday included the same powerhouse supplying electricity to much of Sanaa, the capital. So it has been attacked not only on 17th by Israeli Navy, it has also been attacked by Israeli Air Force yesterday. What was new in this escalation was that Sanaa presidential compound has also been attacked, perhaps for the first time. It is not known if among the 6 people killed and 82 wounded, there was some from presidential entourage. We'll perhaps come to know later.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.